Hi everybody and welcome back on my YouTube channel. I am Giovanni Perin and I hope you are having a great day. Today we are still talking about the minor blues form and we will see how to use extensions for embellishing both your solos and your chords. The material that we are using today is part of my new book called Easy Mellow Vibraphone and Improvisation. If you like, you can download for free the backing track that we are using today from my website or listen to it for free on my YouTube channel. So no excuses for not to practice. Of course, if you want to support the channel, you may want to buy some of my books, my music, or even book a private lesson with me. In this lesson, we will see how to expand the harmony through the use of the ninth or the altered chords. Let's see what I'm talking about. Instead of playing our regular C minor or our regular F minor, we can add the ninth. So we just have to move the root to the ninth. Really, we don't need the root when we play with a bass player or a piano player that provides it for us. So we can substitute the root with the ninth. What we have to do is basically move the C to the D on our C minor. This is a C minor 9 chord. Of course, you need to imagine the bass tone. That's why you want to practice with the play along, because you need to hear the bass line. Alright, so now that we know the basic form, we can play with inversions. And there will be two of them that are the most used. The first one starts with the third. We have 3, 5, 7, 9, and the second one starts with the seventh. So we have 7, 9, 3, 5. Okay? We can do the same thing for F minor. So we play our regular F minor 7 and then we can move up the root to the ninth. And then again we start from the third, so we have 3, 5, 7, 9 or 7, 9, 3, 5. Remember that those are the most commonly used structures. So 3, 5, 7, 9, 7, 9, 3, 5. Now, we want to see how to alter the dominant chord. We will not touch the minor 7-5-5 chord because it's already a tough chord. So if we like, we could use the major 9 as well here. But I prefer to stick with the original chord. We saw already for G7 that we can play the flat 9 instead of the root. The reason why we choose the flat 9 instead of the major 9 is because we are playing in C minor. So we want to stick with the note of C minor, and the A flat is really a note that comes from C minor. If you want though, you can alter the 7th chord by adding the sharp 5 to our G7 flat 9. So we will raise the 5th to the sharp 5. This chord is also called G7 altered. An altered chord can be either a dominant 7 with the flat 9 and the sharp 5, or it could be also a G7 with the sharp 9 and the sharp 5. Again, we substitute the root with either the flat 9 or the sharp 9, and we substitute the 5th with the sharp 5. Remember, you don't have to move the 3rd and the 7th though, otherwise you will lose the quality of the chord you are playing. So that's our G7 altered with the flat 9, and that's our G7 altered with the sharp 9. It's up to you whether you play with the flat 9 or the sharp 9. Of course, you can try all the inversions of this chord, starting from the lower possible position. So you have this chord, this chord, this chord, this chord, and so on. And again, if we want to choose 2 of the 4 positions, play this one that has the 7th as a bottom note, so 7, flat 9, 3, sharp 5, or 7, sharp 9, 3, sharp 5, and the other one that has 3rd as a bottom note, so we have 3, sharp 5, 7, flat 9, and then 3, sharp 5, 7, sharp 9. Okay, those are our 2 options for the altered chord. We can also alter the C7 chord that precedes the F minor on bar 4. And it is pretty much the same thing, so just remember the structure by numbers. We have 3, sharp 5, 7, and flat 9, or 3, sharp 5, 7, sharp 9. And then from here, we can move to the other structure. So 7, flat 9, 3, sharp 5, or 7, sharp 9, 3, sharp 5. Right? So remember those 2 structures, but of course you can practice all the inversions of the chord. And you will obtain some great cluster voicings. Now that we know the changes, we want to connect them by not moving the common tones between them. Let's see how it sounds if we start with this position of C minor. We choose this position instead of that one because that's the lower position on the vibraphone, and it just sounds better when you are comping if you stay in the lower register. So we have 3 bars of C minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then from here we go to C7 altered, so we can play either this C7 or this one, right? And then from here we go to F minor with the 3rd as a bottom note, 2 times, and then back where we started. Now from here we go to D minor 7 flat 5 with the 7th as a bottom note. And then we want to play a G7 flat 9. So we can either play this chord or this one. And it is basically a G7 starting with the 3rd. So 3, sharp 5, 7, flat 9, or 3, sharp 5, 7, sharp 9. From here, we get back to C minor 9. And then on the last bar, we can play again the G7 altered before starting the new chorus with our C minor chord. First, you want to practice the chords on beat 1, and then you can apply different rhythms to your comping in order to embellish it. If the backing track that I'm using is too fast, there's also a slower version of it that you can download for free. And of course, you can use a software for making loops. Let's see how it sounds just playing on beat 1. C minor, 2nd bar, 3rd bar, C7 altered to F minor, 2 times, C minor again. Another C minor, then D minor 7 flat 5, G7 altered to C minor, G7 back to the top. Then I add some rhythm. With that stroke. Another thing that you can do is to move down the sharp 9 to the flat 9 on our G7 chord. I make use of the dampening technique for doing so smoothly, so that I don't have to play the chord twice. I can just move one note down. I did other videos about the harmonic applications of the dampening technique, so just go on my YouTube channel and search for them. Guys, I hope this lesson was helpful for understanding the basic of comping over the blues form. Of course, you can apply all the rules that I show you today for comping over any tunes, and we just scratch the surface of it. If you want to go in depth with this material, you may want to purchase my new book called Easy Melodic Vibraphone and Improvisation. And for those of you who are more of a classical stripe, there are also a couple of books dedicated, one to marimba, and it is for beginners, and another one for solo vibraphone. And you can listen to the etudes here on my YouTube channel so that you can have an idea of how they sound before you purchase it. If you like the video, remember to subscribe to the channel, put a thumb up, and turn on the notification button. And we'll see each other next week with another lesson about mallets and improvisation. Thanks a lot, and bye-bye.